Hello everybody, my name's Danielle Lambert. This is my Art 200 investigation project under Dr. Michelle Craig with Cuesta College. Today my project is going to be on Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso was born October 8th, 1881 and died April 8th, 1973 in France. This is a photo of Pablo Picasso when he was younger. This is when he was in his blue period when he made the old Guitarist. This is a photo of Pablo Picasso close to when he passed away. Pablo Picasso took 6 months to finish the painting The Old Guitarist. It was created in the late it was made in the 1903 to 1904. This is a quote from him. "I paint objects as I think them, not as I see them." Right now, The Old Guitarist is on display at the Art of Institution in Chicago. Looking into my project while on Wikipedia, it says, quote, "At the time of the old guitar creation, modernism, Impressionism and Post-Impressionism and Symbolism had merged and created an overall movement called Expressionism, which greatly influenced Picasso's style." Here is a photo of The Old Guitarist by Pablo Picasso. Do you notice the gloominess of this photo and the dark colors he used? This photo was made during Pablo Picasso's blue period. Well, after a suicide from Pablo's dear friend, he had a style known as the blue period. During his blue period, he was poor, had failed love affairs, and he was broke. He tried to commit suicide. The blue period lasted from 1901 to 1904. During that time, Pablo had traveled often. The colors he used during this period were blues, grays, and blacks. The old guitar towards the end of the blue period. It was made with oil paint. The meaning of the blue guitar, quote, "is an old, blind, haggard man with threadbare clothing, weakly hunched over his guitar, playing in the streets of Barcelona, Spain." The work itself was made in Madrid. In reminiscence on the works of El Greco, Picasso worked with a monochromatic palette, flattened forms with tragic sorrow themes. Along with the many things Pablo Picasso had done, he was also a writer. He wrote a book called The Sculptures by Picasso in 1948. That's not the book I'm going to focus on today. The book I'm going to focus on is called Picasso, Styles and Meaning by Elizabeth Crowling, published in 2002. The book itself is about the life, the output, and the style by Picasso. Elizabeth Crowling knew Picasso, so she knew a lot about him, and so she wrote this book on him. She gets fresh insight and revelation and readers new to Picasso. You will go away with a profound understanding of both Picasso and his art. The cover of this book is very interesting to me. The cover is a picture of Picasso, but instead of just having one color for the whole face, it's like a sketchboard. It has red and black squares that build his face together. More about Picasso's childhood and his life itself. He was born into a creative family. His dad was a painter, and he was also Pablo Picasso's first teacher. He taught Pablo a lot of what he knows. At the age of 11, Pablo started to study art. During 1900 to 1904, that was when his blue period was, he traveled a lot after the death of his friend. Pablo was the most dominant and influenced artist in the 20th century. He also invented the collage, which is very popular now, as it was back then. Quote, his many relationships with women not only filtered into his art, but also may have directed its course. From, end quote. That's from the Art Story, an article that I read about him. And towards the end of Pablo's life, he married Jacqueline Rousseau. Pablo was involved with 3 movements: Symbolism, Cubism, and Surrealism. My personal opinion is that Pablo Picasso was a great man and a huge part of art history. He made his emotions and feelings come out into his art and made people feel what he was feeling inside, just like with the old guitarist. See, it's a man hunched over, not really knowing what to do with his life. Maybe some people think of this and maybe think, well, he's probably homeless and he may want to try and get money or something. But you feel the sadness in this person. You know what this person is going through. You may have even been where this person was. I feel like Pablo Picasso has changed art for the better and lets people feel what they want to feel. The last quote that I have from Pablo Picasso is, art is a lie that makes us feel the truth. Thank you for listening to my art investigation project.